a seat. It's good to meet you. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just go over basic things. Tell me how you're feeling and stuff. You can decide if I'm the right therapist for you or not. And go from there. I'm just going to be taking some notes about what you're up to and stuff like that, how you're feeling. So what does bring you in to see me today? Feeling a bit depressed. Been anxious when out in public. Do you typically get that way, or is that new? It's new. You're usually like the life of the party type. So obviously most likely getting this anxiety and being anxious in public, this is probably what's leading to you feeling depressed. Yeah. Okay. All right. When did this start? Actually, real quickly, let me get your age. Okay, 40. You live in this town? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That substation's weird. I've been hearing a lot of weird stuff about that. Yeah. Weird sounds and stuff. I mean, you live near there. You have heard some of it. You get used to it. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, sure, possibly if there was like a specific buzzing or something coming from it. It's something that, will mess with your brain over time, especially if you focus on it. Is there any kind of buzzing or anything coming from there? Not that you know of. Honestly, sometimes you get very low pitch buzzing where you wouldn't even know it's there. And next thing you know, you're freaking out in the woods, banging pans together, banging fucking garbage cans together, calling up to the heavens, it's crazy stuff. But so like you said, it used to be the life of the party. How long have you been in this house? 3 years. Okay, a bit of time. So yeah, I mean, maybe if it was substation related, anything like buzzing or anything kind of weird, anything emitting from there. 3 years is a while, and when did this start? Feeling this way? 2 months? Sure, I mean, I understand. Your first thought can't just be, oh, you're a little anxious all of a sudden. You feel depressed, like, oh, I gotta go see a therapist. No, of course not. You try to work through it and see if it's just a phase, right? Plenty of people go through blah periods, I like to call them, where it's like you're not even necessarily depressed, you're just kind of like this. Almost too even keel, like you're just like, to the point of you're just blah. No ups, no downs, right? But you're obviously having more downs here than ups, I guess, if you want to put it as simple as that. So was this something that came on, or literally just came out of nowhere? Like, is it build up? All right, so you went to a basketball game. About the third quarter, you say? You started to feel weird. Like you were getting nervous, sweaty. Your heart was racing. Getting thoughts, bad thoughts. Not bad in that sense, but like paranoia and stuff. All right. It's interesting that kind of just pop like that. A lot of people I've talked to in some of my own personal experiences, you know, it kind of builds up over time. Like you're kind of feeling a little bit off, but you don't think anything of it. Next thing you know, it kind of grows into something. So this is right out of the gate. You think there's anything that triggered it, maybe? Any kind of lights, maybe on the scoreboard, or certain sounds, maybe, I don't know, any thoughts you were having before it? You were just enjoying the game. Yeah, I mean, hey. And it's been like this ever since. So, like, if you go to the store and stuff, you'll get a little buildup. It's there, but not as bad as that situation. Probably because of the crowd and stuff like that. I could see that, you know. It's always going to amplify the anxiety, you know. But there's been a struggle with some normal daily things you do. What about work? I'd say you're kind of a hybrid. You go in twice a week, and you work from 3. So how does it feel when you go in there? All right, well, that's good. You don't really get much of it in workspace. Maybe because it's something you're used to and you're good at and you're comfortable with, maybe. It's probably, you know, that's most likely it on that front. So what happens like with this? Like you said, when you go on these 2 days of work, it's not really there. You're not paying attention to it. Maybe because you also have a focus, right? A lot of it has to do with the focus. You're there, you're in, you're working, and you're just going. You know, a lot of times you go to the supermarket or something, it's like, yeah, you're there, there's a focus to get stuff, but it's easier for that anxiety and stuff to creep in. It's not like a focus like you're at work and you're on the computer, you're doing your things, boom, boom, boom. You know, yeah. I say it's always good to have that focus, like stuff like, you know, if you're into video games, you know, like you throw in a video game, you play that, it kind of takes that. It's not really, it's kind of masking it in a way though, right? Same thing like if you listen to music, you throw in a movie or a TV show, you listen to some tunes, you kind of relax yourself. No, that's the problem with going in. See, that's the thing with like going to like a sporting event or stuff, or a movie, or you're out to eat or something, whatever. It's not really a focus. There's still people around you. The focus is, it's different, you know. Mm-hmm. So you said 2 months, and it just came on out of nowhere. Has it gotten worse? The depression's gotten a bit worse, but I mean, that's understandable because you're dealing with the anxiety when you go do basic stuff. And it's not like it used to be. It's going to bring your mental health down. And you haven't been hearing things or anything. There's no voices or anything. I know it sometimes sounds goofy to say, but it's a thing. And it's a serious thing. Some actual whispers. Where is this? This isn't like, this is at home. I mean, once again, this station might be doing stuff. I don't know if they didn't work on it recently or anything like that, but it's possible that it might sound like a whisper, but it could be anything. Like, and that's the thing. You start to get into your own head. It could just be your fridge making some weird noise. The air kicking on. The water heater. I'm telling you, hot water heaters. The noises those things make, like people think they're losing it. It's like, it's, once you're just like, oh, that's what it is, and you move on. Personal experience, I had a similar story where it sounded like a tapping, like somebody tapping. Bugged me out. It happened a couple times. And then it happened again. I'm like, what? It's got to be something. Ended up being the AC unit, making it weird. I got real close to it. You know. And that, how, do you get that a lot? It's only been a few times, yeah, so most likely that's nothing. You know what you need to do? Next time you're hearing something you think is whispering, try to pinpoint if there's any, like, if something happens there, or like maybe the air kicks on at that point, or whatever, you know, try to kind of equate it to something. But obviously, if that keeps up or it gets worse, let me know. So you said cold sweats, your mind starts racing, your heart's racing. This is natural stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is normal, regular stuff. Yeah, I mean, it comes on out of nowhere. You don't know how to react to that. If you're used to being a very sociable person, you're in there, you're starting conversations. All of a sudden, you feel like you can't do that and act like you are, how you normally do. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a big change. I feel like it's easier for people that are less sociable, and they are, but they're personable and stuff, but they're not quick to jump in, start a convo, be the life of the party, so to say. It's a little easier for them to kind of accept it, which isn't a good thing. Sometimes you don't want it because also but it is good that you can. So this goes out and you go into public. Outside of hearing what you think are whispers at home, anything else at home that's making you weird? You having weird dreams or anything like that? You've been getting frequent headaches. Some weird dreams? You don't have to tell me about them right now. But I will ask, are your dreams typically like just regular types of dreams? So they're a little off to begin with. I know some people's dreams are just not. Some people will tell you they're dreaming. You'll be like, how is it so normal? And then other people tell you you're dreaming. Like, okay, that's more. A lot of it, especially because you are anxious. You're being more anxious lately. Your mind might be racing more. You got more thoughts bouncing around your head that are leading to a little bit to more weird dreams, more different things happening and stuff. Not a straightforward dream. It's just off the wall type dream, right? It's bouncing all over the place. Do you get headaches? A couple a month, but now it's a couple a week. Have you changed anything with your diet or anything like that? And real quickly, the job thing has been okay. That's been like that for 4 years. All right. So even before you got into this new place you're living at. All right. That's been fine. And your diet, anything changed with your diet? Like sometimes if you drink a lot of soda or energy drinks, certain things will mess with you, especially if you've never done it before and you kind of just do it. Is there any drinks you've kind of like... Okay, so you never really drank energy drinks before, and now you have... How many a day? 2? I don't know, like, I typically say to lay off that stuff completely. But if you're gonna, like, 1 a day, I mean, 2 a day, I guess it's fine. A lot of people differ on what your caffeine intake should be per day and stuff. You think there's a correlation there? So you think when did you start the energy drinks, like drinking them 2 a day consistently? About 4 months ago? It's possible 2 months. It takes some time for you to, like, kind of, your body is now taking it in and stuff and getting used to that. It's possible it had a bad reaction over time. I don't really know for sure. I'm going to put that down, though, as a possibility. Here's the thing. How about you lay off the energy drinks for a week? See if anything changes on that front. Yeah. Because that's the thing. Your mind starts racing, and when it comes to whispers or anything else, you're all starting to think things. Once you start to get a little paranoid, now have you had any like full-on panic attacks or anxiety attacks outside of the thing in the... Like, you're getting anxious, you say you go to the supermarket and stuff, which you're not used to. But if you have anything full-blown like you had at that sporting event. Two other times. Where were you? Barbecue with friends? And at the doctor's office. Was it packed at the time? Big waiting room. It was, all right. How many people do you think? About 10. All right. And everybody was sitting close to each other. All right. And how many people at this barbecue? Oh, that's a good amount, 25, 30, yeah, all right. So it seems like now you're not, like, when the people are around, you're starting to feel more anxious and stuff. That's, not great. Are you having energy drinks, like, before going to these things? The barbecue you did, the doctors you did, all right. I'm not trying to pin this on energy drinks completely, but, No, I'm not going to just be, like, throwing medication or anything, no. Do you like to walk? You should start walking your neighborhood, or if there's I know there's that one park that has a lot of wooded paths. What's that park called? Mayberry or some shit? I'm telling you, go out, take yourself a good walk every day. At least a half an hour. Let it free your mind. And try not to really go in there and get try to get a focus when you're walking. Even if it's on your surroundings or something else that isn't, going to boost up that anxiety. There's a breathing exercise, especially when you start to get panicky and stuff, even just a bit anxious. There's a breathing technique where you just quickly go. Five quick ones, not deep ones like at the doctor's office. Like, just quick, like say you're sitting there, and it doesn't have to be, say you're online with a bunch of people at the pharmacy, and you're feeling anxious. Just kind of be like, you can do this very discreet, I should say, nonchalant, I guess. Just kind of be like, just like that. That sometimes grounds you. But for now, I'm going to say those things. Take some walks. Get out in nature. Because you're all working from home 3 times a day. Do you get out of the house more often? Outside of those 2 days you work? A decent amount. But I'm telling you, get in touch with nature. Not that way. And do those breathing techniques. Even meditate as well at home. Try to focus and block them out naturally, those thoughts. Focus on things. Try to regain the positive thoughts and stuff like that. But for now, I want you to go home and do that stuff. And jot down a lot of things. Next time you come back, jot down when the anxiety's kicking in, these whispers or whatever, if you're hearing any buzzing, your headaches, all that stuff. Because then you bring that information to me, and then we really can come up with a good game plan. But for now, just some starter things to help you out. Focus on things you like. You like your video games. Get in there. You're feeling anxious. Throw in a video game. Knock it out of there. Now, like I said, those are temporary little fixes until we come up with a better game plan to really get that out of you and get you back to your more normal self that you're used to. I'm glad this has been helpful. And it was good to meet you. Yeah. Like I said, just focus and just document all this stuff and things that might help and where you're getting more anxious than other places. Things you might be hearing, headaches, everything else. The energy drink stuff, I would say cut those off for a week. See how you feel. Or continue to drink them and see if maybe you're feeling anything after immediately drink one, stuff like that. And maybe you're supposed to do the stopping next week. All right? All right, enjoy your day. We'll get you through this. Yeah, I just had a new patient. Third one that lives by that substation. Yeah, third person. All of a sudden they started getting anxious and panic attacks. This is a person that this does not normally happen to. Yeah, it's been going on for 2 months. Yeah, he's going to do some things and stuff. Gave him some techniques. We're going to see if it has any relation to the substation and what they were doing there a couple of months ago. And why it might be affecting these people. Let's hope it's just standard anxiety and we can get through it. Just want to let you know, yeah. When I see you, I'll give you more information. All right, see you then.